Hi everyone, welcome to Technology World Hub. My name is Anil. In this session, we are going to discuss Page Object Model Framework using Java, Selenium, Cucumber with Page Object Model design pattern. I have developed one framework, Page Object Model Framework. It's for industry standard. I will just walk you through. This is a very crucial and important topic. Everyone is keen on framework development. Whenever you will go for an interview, they will be asking about your framework details, whether you know framework development from the scratch or not. This is a very good series so that you can learn the framework development using Java, Selenium, Cucumber with TestNG integration with page object model design pattern. Okay, so let's start this. I will just walk you through how exactly it was developed. I developed it on industry standard. If you develop or if you learn this kind of framework, then definitely you can able to build a framework by yourself. Okay, so let's start with the requirement. So how exactly we develop? So once we got the requirement, then what we'll do, we'll just create the scenarios. Okay, before that, let me create one Maven project. So how exactly we'll do the Maven project? Just right click on new project. Okay, if you will click here, then it will show that. Just give the name. I have given the project name as Java Selenium Cucumber TestNG Page Object Model POM. You can give any name. After that, you need to select Maven and click on create. Okay, I have created Java 17. I have used JDK 17. If you don't have JDK 17, just download and install that, and after that just create your Maven project. Okay, once you click on create, it will create a Maven project like this. Okay, after creating the Maven project, then what you need to do, you need to write down the dependencies, like all the dependencies which is required to develop the project. That is in pom.xml. If you click here, it is a Maven project. If you click here, you will see all the dependencies I have added. Just see one by one. If you will see here, yeah, this is the pom.xml. As I mentioned, I am using Java 17. Okay, then okay, just come down. See, this is Cucumber dependency. So Cucumber Java. Okay, Cucumber Java dependencies. Then after that, Cucumber JUnit. Next, Selenium. So we are using Selenium 4.34. Okay, Selenium Java. Then JUnit 4.13.2. Then Commons IO 2.11.0. Then Apache POI for reading data from Excel file. POI version is 5.2.3. Next one is POI-OOXML 5.2.3. Then log4j2, log4j hyphen core. Okay. Then log4j hyphen API. Then log4j hyphen SLF4j hyphen IMPL. Then TestNG. Then Cucumber TestNG. Okay, Cucumber TestNG. Then Jackson data bind. Then rest assured. Actually, rest assured might not require, because if you go with if you go with API testing using rest assured, that time you required, otherwise it is not required. Okay, so it's not required actually. Let me, what I can do, I can either delete or comment it. Okay, let me comment it. How will comment in the .xml. So basically we write down an angle bracket, then exclamation mark, then see there are two rest assured. So one rest assured, another rest assured. So both of them I will disable. I will not delete, I will just disable. I believe it should work. 1 second. So XML, ideally we do that way. 1 second. Let me pom.xml, right? XML should be like that. Okay. Sorry, I made mistake. I need to do that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it got disabled. Rest assured is not required actually. Then Lombok. Then I added MySQL connector Java because we are connecting to the MySQL database for executing the query. Then obviously extend reports. Then WebDriver manager. Okay, so these are the dependencies you need to add into your pom.xml before starting development or execution. Okay, so next it will start with feature file. 1 second, let me, so 1 moment guys. So feature files, if you will see here, it is present on where? Source, main, then resources, under resources, features, and all the feature files like login.feature, login data from excel.feature. Let me open one feature file so that we will get the understanding. See, this is the login.feature. Feature files, how you write feature files in Cucumber. So this is the feature file. So it was written in scenario and scenario outline. Feature, first thing is feature. Okay, to check the login functionality working fine. Then scenario, checking login functionality should work with single user. So scenario means one scenario. Scenario outline means same scenario will execute with a multiple set of data. That means here, for example, if you see here, check login functionality should work with multiple users. See, multiple users that require username and password you are sending. Okay, using given, when, then, and we create feature files in Cucumber. And there is other tag. So if you want to execute a particular scenario or feature file, we can use other tag. Okay, then if you will see, One second. Yeah, there is one more scenario outline, that is checking login functionality should work with this user. Okay, so there is username and password. Okay, we need to enter username and password, then it will execute. Okay, this is about feature file. Understood? So this is the feature files. Okay, then there is one more feature file. You can keep multiple feature file. Here tag name is different, at the rate tag run 2. Okay, here in this feature file, login functionality with data from Excel. Okay, so for example, we'll read the data from Excel and with that data we'll log in. Okay, so you will see here scenario. User should be able to log in using data from Excel. Given user reads login data from Excel and log in. Okay, then tag at the rate tag run 2. Scenario valid login functionality with the data table. So with the data table, how exactly work? So given user navigate to login page when user has entered credentials. That is username, password, and user click on login button, then user should navigate to home page. Okay, here we use data table. Then it is a page object model. So there are different pages, like one will be base class. Okay, in the base class, what we did, let me show you. One second. Yeah, in the base class, one moment. Yes, in the base class, how we define public class base class, then private static final logger log is equal to logger helper dot get logger base class dot class. That's how we define. Okay, logger. We are using log4j. So we define that private static final logger log is equal to logger helper dot get logger base class dot class. Then private static thread local web driver is a new thread local. Okay, basically what we are doing here, whenever there will be multiple driver instance opens, then each driver instance will get one thread. Okay, that is thread local. All the thread will be associated with all WebDriver instance. Okay, then public static void set driver string browser. If let's say browser dot equals ignore case Chrome, then that time we'll write down WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. Then Chrome options is equal to new Chrome options dot add arguments, that is hyphen start hyphen maximized comma hyphen disable hyphen notifications. Then driver dot set new Chrome driver Chrome options. Okay, next else if condition, then we'll start with else if browser dot equals ignore case Firefox, then WebDriver manager dot Firefox driver dot setup. Okay, then Firefox options is equal to new Firefox options dot add arguments hyphen start maximize window driver dot set new Firefox driver Firefox options. Else if browser dot equals ignore case edge, then in that case WebDriver manager dot edge driver dot setup edge options is equal to new edge options Age options dot add arguments hyphen hyphen start hyphen maximized driver dot set new age driver age options. Else default to Chrome if browser name is invalid. WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup Chrome options is equal to Chrome options is equal to new Chrome options. Chrome options dot add arguments, that is hyphen hyphen start argument. I mean Chrome options is equal to new Chrome options. Chrome options dot add arguments hyphen hyphen start hyphen maximized. Okay, then driver dot set new Chrome driver Chrome options, and I put the logger log.info WebDriver instance set for thread. Let's get the thread dot current thread dot get id. Public static WebDriver get driver return driver dot get. Public void quit driver. If driver dot get not equal to null, log dot info closing WebDriver for thread 11. Thread count dot current thread dot get id. Then driver dot get not equal to null. Let's say driver dot get not present, that is not equal to null. Log dot info closing WebDriver for thread id thread dot current thread dot get id driver dot get dot quit driver dot remove. Else log.1 attempted to quit WebDriver, but it was null for thread id. Okay, that's how we will write on the base class. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Next, there will be corresponding page class and the methods. So let's start with login page. Yeah, if you see in login page, what we are doing, we are just defining and initializing the page factory objects. Okay, how we'll do that? Public class login page extends where base class. All the page class usually extend from base class. So public class login page extends base class. WebDriver driver is equal to base class dot get driver. Okay. Log is equal to log helper dot get logger login page dot class. Then @find by, how we define and initialize. @find by id is equal to username, web element username. @find by id is equal to password, then web element password. @find by id is equal to login button, web element login button. Okay, then we will initialize. 1 second. Then we will initialize public login page WebDriver this dot driver is equal to driver public void, public void enter username, just like that. Then public void enter password, so string pwd login.info engineering password password.engage. Then public void click login log.info clicking on length button login button dot click. Okay, so these are the page classes. After that I have properties class. Okay, so 1 second. Yeah, the extend dot properties. So extend dot properties class have extend dot reporter dot spark dot start is equal to true. Then extend dot reporter dot spark dot out is equal to target hyphen external report HTML. Then next extend.reporter.spark.start is equal to true. Extend.reporter.spark.out is equal to target slash extend automation report.html. Okay. Then next config.properties. Okay, everything will be mentioned here for QA requirement kind of. So if you see here, it contains browser, Firefox, Chrome or Edge. Then it is written environment URL, then username, password, JDBC, URL, user and password. Okay, that's all about config.properties. Then utilities. First utility will be public class config properties reader. So whatever details we will put in the properties file, it will read. Utility class for loading and reading configuration from properties file. Actually loads loads config.properties from classes. Source main resources. The public class configuration reader, public class configuration config properties reader. So how exactly it work? Private static properties, private static final logger log is equal to logger helper dot get logger, config properties dot class, private static final string default file is equal to config properties. Then static load properties default file. Then next load a properties file from the class path. File should be placed under source main Java resources and it will return the value. Then reload a specific properties file useful for multi-level setup. If a file name must exist under resources. Okay. And public static void release string file name log.info reloading configuration from plus file plus file name load properties file name public static properties get all properties return properties. Okay, next 1 minute guys, just removing some of the pages. Okay, let me open the picture. Okay, so yeah, DB utility, let's start with it. So in DB utility, what we are doing, private static final string JDBC underscore URL JDBC underscore URL config properties reader dot get property of JDBC URL. Then private static final string user is equal to config properties dot get property user. Private static final string password config properties reader dot get properly passed. Private static comments comment 7, let's say public static collection get connection try if connection equal to null or connection dot each. Then let's say connection is equal to null, connection is closed. Okay, in that case class dot for name com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Then connection is equal to null or connection dot is closed, class dot for name Okay, then after that connection is equal to driver manager dot get connection. There exactly will pass your URL, username, password of the database. Then system dot out to print and connect to MySQL database. Okay, it is connected. Then you can print the catch exception it or print tag return connection. Okay, it will return the connection. Then execute select query and print results. Public static void execute query string query. Try statement stmt is equal to get connection dot create statement results set rs is equal to stmt dot execute query of query, which query will provide that it will execute result set metadata meta is equal to rs dot get metadata int column count is equal to meta dot column count, while rs dot next for int I is equal to 1, I less than equal to column count I plus and system dot out dot print meta get column name I plus equal to is equal to rs dot get string of I plus 2 with space system dot out dot println catch exception e dot print text. Okay, next close database connection. Public static void close connection. Try if connection not equal to null or connection not closed. So connection dot close system dot out dot println connection closed catch exception e dot print status. Okay, then next one you will see here. Okay, one moment. This is Excel reader, that is using which you can read the data from Excel file and execute it in your program. How will achieve it? Public class Excel reader, let's say private static final logger log is equal to log helper or get logger Excel reader dot class, then public static list of string get logging data, string path, string name, throws file not found exception, list of string data is equal to new array list, log.info reading Excel file from path plus sheet name. Try file input stream FIS is equal to new file input stream of path, then workbook is equal to new XSF workbook, then what you can write down sheet is equal to initially what will do just write down try file input stream FIS is a new file input stream of path, workbook is equal to new XSF workbook of file input stream, pass that, then sheet is equal to workbook dot get sheet of sheet name, int row count is equal to sheet dot get physical number of rows, log.info total rows found included header etc. Then okay for int I is equal to 1, I less than row count I plus row is equal to sheet dot get row of I, string username row dot get cell of 0 dot get string cell value, then string password row dot get cell of 10 string cell row dot get cell 1 dot get string cell value, then data dot add new string username password. Okay, then catch exception e log dot error log dot error if any error occurs, error reading Excel file e dot get message or return data. Okay, then next so next one Next one, one second. Okay, one second. Extend report manager. So yeah, extend report manager. For creating extend report, we are using extend report manager class, public class extend report manager, private static extend reports extend, private static final logger log helper dot get logger. That is extend report manager dot class. Public static extend reports get instance. If extend equal to null, string path is equal to system dot get property user.dir plus slash test output slash extend report.html. Extend Spark reporter Spark a new extend reporter of path. So basically extend Spark reporter, Spark is equal to new extend Spark reporter, where we are passing the path. Spark.config.set report name automation, let's say tester. Then spark.config.document title execution result. Spark.config.set theme.standard. Okay. Extend is equal to new extend reports extend dot attach reporter of Spark. Okay. Extend dot set system info. It's a tester Anil Raut. Extend dot set system info environment QA. Extend dot set system info browser Firefox. Log.info extend report initialized successfully. Return extend. Okay. Okay. Then next JSON reader. You can read from the JSON. 1 minute. Yeah, you will see the class is public class, let's say JSON reader, private static final logger is equal to logger helper dot get logger, JSON reader dot class, public static map string get JSON data, string JSON path throws file not found exception, logger.info reading JSON file from path plus JSON path, then map string map try file input stream FIS is equal to new file input stream, and I will put the JSON path where the JSON file is there. Then object mapper is equal to new object mapper. Then map is equal to mapper dot read value file input stream comma map dot class. Okay, I will store it in map system dot out dot println username map dot get username system dot out dot println password map dot get password. Then catch IO exception, if any exception occurs, throw new runtime exception is return map. Okay, this is JSON reader.java. Next one, logger helper. So basically we are working with log. So how exactly we will define logger class? Public class logger helper, public static void main, public static logger get logger class question mark class, return log manager dot get logger class. Okay, that's how we will define actually. Okay, and next class will be screenshot util. So it will take the screenshot. So how exactly it will be? Public class screenshot util, private static final logger log is equal to logger helper dot get logger screenshot util dot class. Public static void take screenshot web driver string scenario name take text screenshot of ts text screenshot ts is equal to text screenshot of driver. Then file src. See, first one is we are defining one class like take text public static void text screenshot WebDriver string scenario name we are passing. Then text screenshot ts is equal to text screenshot of driver. File src file source file is equal to ts dot ts dot get screenshot as output type dot file. String timestamp, we are putting one timestamp for uniqueness. New simple date format YYYY underscore HH dot format new date. String screenshot name is equal to screenshots plus scenario name dot replace all timestamp dot png. Try file utils dot copy file src file new file screenshot name. Then system.out.println screenshot saved to screenshot name. Login info screenshot saved to screenshot name. Catch IO exception e log.error fail to save screenshot plus e.get message e. Okay. Next, wait class. Public class wait class WebDriver driver is equal to base class dot get driver. Logger log is equal to logger helper dot get logger wait class dot class. Then public wait class WebDriver driver is equal to public wait class WebDriver driver. This dot driver is equal to driver log dot info wait class initialized for driver plus driver. Public void implicit wait driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicitly wait duration dot of second 10. Log dot info implicit wait applied 10 seconds. Okay. Then if you will see for screenshot capturing screenshot I have created one folder screenshots. Under this all the unique screenshot will be captured. Okay. Then config.properties. Yeah, so it contains browser name, environment, URL, username, password, JDBC URL, JDBC user and password. Okay, it contains all these things. Then, yeah, most important thing is next will be, let's say, hooks. We'll discuss the hooks. Okay, public class hooks, private static final, extend reports, extend is equal to extend report manager dot get instance, public static thread local, extend test, scenario test is equal to new thread local, private final logger log is equal to logger helper dot get logger, hooks dot class, before, public void setup, scenario, yeah, if you see before, it usually execute before all the scenarios. So public void setup scenario log.info starting scenario plus scenario dot get name, string browser is equal to test runner dot get browser. Okay, test runner dot get browser, base class dot set driver of browser, log.info browser launched plus browser. Start, 1 second. Okay, start extend test for this scenario. Thread set. Extend test is equal to extend dot create test scenario dot get name scenario test dot set name. After step, public void after step scenario if scenario dot is failed, capture screenshot on failure. Finally, byte screenshot is equal to text screenshot of base class dot get driver dot get screenshot as output type dot byte. Scenario dot attach reporter. One second. Public void after step scenario if scenario dot is failed, then capture screenshot on failure. Okay, final byte screenshot is equal to text screenshot of base class dot driver base class dot get driver dot get screenshot as output type dot bytes. Scenario dot attach screenshot comma image slash png comma failed step screenshot. Scenario test dot get dot log status dot fail step failed. Then at the rate after public void after scenario is scenario if scenario dot is failed log dot one scenario failed scenario dot get name. Scenario test dot get dot log status dot fail scenario failed. Else log dot info scenario passed plus scenario dot get name. Scenario test dot get dot log status dot pass scenario passed. Then log dot info closing browser and quitting words. Okay. Quit WebDriver for this thread. That's a log.info closing browser and quitting WebDriver. Base class dot quit driver extend dot plus extend report for this scenario. Remove thread locker extend test scenario test dot remove. Okay, this is hooks. Understood? Basically in the hooks we have before, at the rate before, at the rate after, and at the rate after step. Okay, so these are the key things in hooks. Okay, related thing is we are basically reading the browser from test runner. Okay, and storing it in browser as a string, and we are setting the base class driver. Okay, next. Okay, so after hooks, important is, let's say, TestNG.xml. So here exactly we define our browser, all our browser, and whether it is parallel or not. So in this case it is a parallel execution where three browsers are opened and cross browser, basically three browsers open and executed. So here is a suite name is equal to parallel cross browser suite, parallel tests, parallel is equal to tests, thread count is equal to 3. That means 3 instances we can able to open. Test name is equal to Chrome test, parameter name is equal to browser, value is equal to Chrome, classes slash classes, class name is equal to runners dot test runner. Then test name is equal to Firefox test, parameter name is equal to browser, value is equal to Firefox, classes slash classes, class name is equal to runners dot test runner. Then similarly for edge also we have created one more, that is test name is equal to edge test, parameter name is equal to browser, value is equal to edge, then classes slash classes, class name is equal to runners dot test runner. Okay, basically we are passing this browser through parameter name is equal to browser, value is equal to Chrome, and that parameter value how we are means sending in the sense it is on test one second test runner. So if you will see test runner, what it is doing, test runner at the rate cucumber options features is equal to src slash main slash resources slash features, glue is equal to step definitions, tags. Let's say we want to execute a certain scenario, certain feature file, so we'll use tags. At the rate Cucumber options, features is equal to src main resources features, then glue step definitions, tags is equal to at the rate, let's say tag run one, okay, anything. Plugin is equal to pretty html json unit rerun until, okay, rerun will execute all the failed scenarios. Monochrome is equal to true for better visibility. Public class test runner extends abstract TestNG test. Okay, public class TestNG test runner. I mean to say public class test runner extends abstract TestNG Cucumber tests. Private static thread shape variable. Private static thread local string browser name is equal to new thread local. Public class test runner extends abstract TestNG Cucumber test. Private static thread local string browser name is equal to new thread local. At the rest before test, basically what you did, you just write down private static thread local string browser name. Browser name should be thread local. Thread local string browser name is new thread local. That is important. At the rate before test, at the rate parameters. Here exactly will pass the browser name. Public void setup string browser name dot set of browser. Okay, system.out.println running tests on browser plus browser. Public static string get browser, return browser name dot get. Okay, then similarly we have failed runner. It is for, oh, it will be executed for all the failed scenarios. So at the rate Cucumber options features is equal to at the rate target slash failed.txt, whatever name we will provide. Glue is equal to step definition, tags is equal to at the rate tag run one, plugin is equal to pretty html json junit monochrome true. Public class flight loader extends abstract TestNG Cucumber tests. Okay, so yeah, that is done. Then next one minute. Okay, 1 minute. So done. So 1 second, guys. Just I'm looking. Okay, this is done. Okay, log4j2.xml. Okay, the log4j2.xml. So for different log purpose, let's say configuration status is equal to info, appenders, console name is equal to console, target is equal to system underscore out, pattern layout pattern is equal to %d, hh, ss, sss, %t, %5 level, %logger 36, %msg, %n. File name, let's say file folder, file name is equal to logs slash test.log, append is equal to true. Pattern layout pattern is equal to %d y hyphen hyphen dd space hh colon colon ss %5p %c %c of 1 colon % of l % of m % of n slash file slash appenders, then loggers slash loggers, root level is equal to info /root append or ref one more loggers, so loggers /loggers root level is equal to info /root append or ref is equal to console append or ref is equal to file logger. Okay, then next one will be on the target all the jars file will be there. I mean to say class files, cucumber.json, cucumber.xml, cucumber reports.html. All the report will be present there under target. Then under test output I have taken extend report.html. Okay, and under test data json data.json, login data.xml, xlsx, that is there. Then pom.xml we discussed. For the to say, okay, that is there. And pom.xml, that also we discussed, right? All the dependencies initial I told. Okay, that is done. So that's all about this framework, which is created using Java, Selenium, Cucumber with TestNG integration. This is the project structure. I can show you one more time from the left side. Just observe. Okay. Source, src, main, test, under main Java, resources under Java, all the base package, total base class, home page, login page, properties, extended properties, utility, config properties reader, db utility, excel reader, extend report manager, json reader, logger helper, screenshot util, wait class. Okay, these are the utility. Then features, login.feature, login data from excel.feature, then config.properties, then test is there. 1 second. Okay, so so need to the test. So under test it will be test runner and failed runner, step definition, hooks, login and db test. If I will just open login, this is the step definition file. Okay, so let's just go one by one. Public class login, web driver, login page, home page, wait class, wait, all the reference of those classes. String URL is equal to config properties reader dot get property of env URL. So we are getting the URL from the properties file. String username, config properties reader dot get property username. String password, config properties reader dot get property password. Logger log is equal to logger helper dot get logger. Login dot class. Given user navigates to login page, public void user navigates to login page, log.info navigate to login page plus URL. Driver is equal to base class dot get driver, driver manage dot window dot maximize, driver dot get URL. Then login page is equal to new login page of driver. Home page is equal to new home page of driver. Wait is equal to new wait class of driver. When user enter username and password, then public void user enter username and password, login info entering username and password from config, login page dot enter username, login page dot enter password, Then when user enter the username and password or string, let's say public void user enter credential string username string password job.info entering credentials from scenario, that is username plus username login page dot enter username login page dot enter password, and user click on login button, public void user click on login button, log.info clicking on login button, login page dot click login. Then user should navigate to home page, public void user should navigate to home page, wait dot implicit wait assert true, home page dot verify shopping cart link at the rate then user login will fail, text screenshot, public void user should not navigate to home page, log.1 verifying failed login attempt, wait dot implicit wait assert false, home page dot verify shopping cart link, log.1 login failed, home page not loaded. Then next one is data table. When user has entered credentials, that is public void enter credentials, data table list of map of string credentials is equal to table dot edge maps string dot class driver dot find element by dot xpath double slash input at the rate id username dot send keys credentials dot get 0 dot get username driver dot find element by dot xpath double slash input at the rate id is equal to password dot send keys credentials dot get 0 dot get password. Then given user reads login data from excel and logs in, public void user reads from excel data logs in, throw exception string path is equal to test data slash login data dot xlsx log.info reading login data from excel file plus path list of string login data is equal to excel reader dot get login data path comma sheet1 for string credentials colon login data string username is equal to credentials of 0 string password is equal to credentials of 1 log.info navigating to the login page plus url driver is equal to base class dot get driver driver dot manage dot window dot maximize driver dot get url login page is equal to new login page of driver home page is equal to new home page of driver wait is equal to new wait class of driver login page is equal to new login page of driver login page dot enter username login page dot enter password login page dot click login assert home page is equal to new home page of driver, then boolean is login success home page dot verify shopping cart link assert true home page dot verify shopping cart link log.info login success is login success. Okay, that's our different step definition file. So just observe, this is the step definition file. Okay. Okay, then we have also one base class, different base classes. So base class we cover. Then after that we have one home page. As I mentioned, all the pages having one class which contains the elements and the actions of that particular page. So public class homepage extends base class. Private static final log is equal to logger helper dot get logger homepage dot class. Web driver is equal to base class dot get driver. At the rate find by how elements are initialized using page factory. So at the rate find by and page factory dot init elements. So web driver is equal to base class dot get driver. At the rate find by xpath is equal to double slash a. At the rate class is equal to shopping cart link. Web element shopping cart link. Public homepage web driver this dot driver is equal to driver page factory dot init elements driver comma this log dot info homepage initialized for driver thread dot current thread dot get id public boolean verify shopping cart link try boolean is displayed is equal to shopping cart link dot is displayed log dot info shopping cart link displayed loss is displayed return display. 1 second. Okay, catch exception e log dot error shopping cart link not found e return false. Okay, like that there will be one more method called login page. Okay, so public class login page extends base class. Web driver is equal to base class dot get driver logger log is a logger helper dot get logger login page dot class. At the rate find by id is equal to username web element username. At the rate find by id is equal to password web element password. At the rate find by id is equal to login button web element login button. Public login page web driver this dot driver is equal to driver. Then page factory dot init elements driver comma this log dot info login page initialized. Public void enter username string uname log dot info entering username plus username dot send keys of uname. Public void enter password string pwd log dot info entering password dot send keys of pwd. Public void click login log dot info clicking on login button dot click. Okay, that's how all the all the feature file, all the class files, all the configuration file, everything has been developed. Okay, that's all about. If you will see also I have like all the jar files which is present here, external libraries. So all the jar files are there. Okay, TestNG.xml already we discussed. We are achieving cross browser parallel cross browser testing here. Okay, so let's run this. Basically it will execute cross browser parallel testing using 3 browsers. So let's execute this and we'll see the result. We are executing the testng.xml. Okay, and we'll see the result. Let's observe. Yeah, okay guys, it might be a little bit slow, but just to wait, it will come definitely. Let's just wait for some time. Yeah, you see, it started. Just it is going to open the URL now. I mean to say it is going to open the browser. Okay, so yeah, see it started opening Edge browser. Actually, it will open all. Like now, it open Chrome. After that, it will open Firefox. Although system is a little bit slow, but C2 browser it open. Now it will try to. Now it will try to execute. Okay, it is going to execute now. Just observe. Yeah, it is executing. System is a little bit slow. So see, I think yeah. So two browsers, Edge and Chrome. That is down Firefox. It will open Firefox definitely. Firefox and do the. See, it open the Firefox. Yeah, just observe. You will not face this in the real time. Yeah, here actually I'm running locally, so due to that slowness, it's happening. But in the real time, it will be kind of fraction of time. Immediately, you can see that the execution with cross browser parallel execution. That's the advantage of integrating TestNG in Cucumber. Okay, yeah, just observe it. It is executing. Okay, it is executing. Just observe. Yeah, so it is opening the browser and entering the username password. Okay, and also it will validate that it is navigate to home page. That validation also added. Okay, observe guys. So it's running actually. So yeah, yeah, it's opening still. Yeah, just observe. Yeah, it's executing. Okay, Yeah, just observe. It's still going on. It's because of system slowness. Okay, in real time we will not face this issue because it will execute in fraction of time. It's because of local system issue. It's taking time. But the thing is, the configuration is absolutely perfect and it is executing. That's what we are trying to do here, and we are trying to check here. Okay. After execution, just we'll go through the extend report. Okay, that we are going to check. Just observe, guys. See, now it is executing with the Chrome. So the execution is completed with Edge and Chrome. I mean, now it is executing with Firefox. So you will see here. Firefox. So yeah, this is the Firefox browser which is executing. I think Edge and Chrome execution has been done. Now it is executed with Firefox. So another couple or one scenario it is going to execute. Couple might be another couple of scenarios. Okay, let's see that. Let's observe. I think it might be the last scenario, I believe, but let's see. Let's see that. Okay. Okay, 21 scenario. I think this might be the last one. Let's see. Well, 20 has already completed, from which 17 passed, 3 failed. Okay, let's see this. This is the 21st scenario. Yeah, so okay, guys. So this slowness is due to I'm going to say due to my system issue locally, but it will execute in fraction of timing. I'm going to say it will only take some minutes. Yeah, but it is working fine, right? It is executed in 3 browsers like Chrome, Firefox, and Edge. 21 scenario got executed, from which 4 failed and 17 passed. Let's check the extend report. Yeah, if we will go to output, test output, then we'll see the extend report. Just see that. Perfect. See, this is the extend report. Checking with login functionalities will work with single user. Yeah, like that. So all the details will be here. Okay. See, multiple users. Checking login functionalities will work with multiple users, like that. Okay. Even user navigates login page, step past when user enter, user section source, step past, like that. Okay. Then if you see it better way, it will show in donut diagram. It started 5:23 and at 5:35. This 12 minute, as I mentioned, it is due to system slowness, but it will be faster in real time. So total, see, 17 tests passed, 3 failed. Then yeah, so this is the result. If we go back, I will say go down, then it will show tester, unroute, environment, QA, browser, Firefox. Basically, whatever we will set up, it will show here. Okay, that's the things. Okay, and the failed scenario will be here. If you scroll down, it will show the failed scenario. 3 failed scenarios in all the 3 step failed, expected false but found true. User login will fail, text screenshot. Okay, so user login fail. Check login function should not work with this user, means with one user it will fail. Okay, with the logged out user, secret sauce. With the logged out user, it will login will fail. Okay, again logged out user 3 times with 3 browsers, right? So so that's how one test fail. Okay, for all these 3 browsers. Okay, and if we'll see here the screenshot, it could have taken one screenshot. Just see, just if you'll see here, for all the 3 failures there will be 3 screenshots. So just refresh this and go to screenshots. If you will see the latest screenshot, okay, Just see the latest screenshot. See, one moment, 1 minute. So 1 second. uh, 1 second. Basically screenshots. One second. Yeah, basically what it is doing, it is taking the screenshot for all the scenarios. Okay, we can optimize that so that it will only capture for failed scenarios. Okay, that I will optimized. So maybe I will discuss in next session how to take only failed, how to capture only failed screenshots. That I'm going to discuss in the next session. Okay, but that is taking screenshot. But yeah, the main thing is this is the framework which has been developed using Java, Selenium Cucumber, rest assured using let me close this. Yeah, but this is the framework. Okay, that's all about this series. You can explain this way, and you can develop the framework this way. So that's it for this series, guys. I will come up with the new series. Probably I will come up with new series where we can capture only failed scenarios. We'll take the screenshot of failed scenarios. Okay, yeah, that's it, guys. I'll come up with new series. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Please like it.